It's time for week 3 of the Buffalo Stars Quilt-Along with Ellie over at Mojave Farms Quilt Company. This week we're going to be making the star blocks. So we're going to start with one of the big squares and 2 of the smaller squares and place them right sides together. Layer those on top of each other. There will be some overlap. And then we're going to draw a line. Now we're going to sew a 1/4 inch on each side of that drawn line. And now we're going to cut on that drawn line. And that's going to give us 2 of these kind of strange looking units. And now we need to press those seams. And I like to press my seams open. And now that those are pressed, we will take 2 more of those little squares. And we're going to line them up in the corner. Draw another line straight down the center on each of the small squares. And then sew a 1/4 inch on each side of that line. And now we'll cut on that line. And press. And now we need to trim these down. So what you can do is any ruler with a 45-degree line, just line that up on one of the seams, and then just scoot it so that the 1/4 inch line on the ruler is right at the tip of the triangle. We can trim that, and then trim to your actual measurements. Now that we have our flying geese, let's make a star. No, I know I said I prefer pressing my seams open, but in cases like this where you have a flying geese unit bumping up to something that has no seams, these I do prefer to press towards the piece with no seam. It gets bulky right at that point, so this will help reduce some of that. And because this is pressed towards the center, on the other units, I will press them out so that the seams will nest when they're joined. And now I'll join my 3 rows together, and as you can see here, the seams are pressed out, in, out, so they're going to nest nicely. And for the final press, I again will press them towards the center so that the bulk of this point is falling in there.